Welcome to Allman. I'm Gary Allman, and in 2023, I built my business to six figures in its first year, all while adjusting to life as a new dad. I've been with my wife for a decade, and we've been married for 3 years. And in this video, I'll share my biggest lessons on building a strong relationship and what it really means to find the one. Let's get into it.
Wave.
When did you say that? When would you say that? You kind of realized that your wife was actually the one. Was there a moment in time where you realized it, or?
I don't think there was a particular moment. I think it's just been an accumulation of getting to know her better over the years and then figuring out more about her and how she thinks and how she acts and what she says in certain situations. And then it's hard because people are always looking for the one, okay? And sometimes it is hard to know whether that person is going to be that person, whether to invest that time. But that, in my opinion, that's the only answer, really is. I think you have to test for at least a year or two in a relationship to really know if someone has potential. If you get past 3 years, I think there is a lot of potential for people to be the one and completely compatible with each other. I think the first 2 years, or rather the first 3 years, should we say, are like the most important things, most important time frame. Because the first year alone is just sort of getting to know them, and then you have the lust that fades as well, because you have that attraction, you have that lust, that desire, those pheromones that kind of peak when you're sort of in a new relationship with someone and it's all new and it's shiny and it's exciting. And then when that fades, you really get to see who someone is, because a lot of the time in relationships when you start out, people do stuff just to impress, and when you kind of get to the other side of that, you probably see who they really are. So it's just a question of time over that period, and patience. Patience is a virtue. And I'd gone through, I said earlier, I'd gone to a point where I sort of knew what I wanted in a woman. And then 25 was the age that I met Vicky. And then from there, I combined that with all the lessons I had previously from other relationships to kind of draw a line and say, right, this is what I don't want, this is what I do want. She ticks so many of these boxes because I've been on dates with her, I've understood her, like how she thinks, like how she dresses, like her ambition, like her values. And all of that came because I was trying and failing with other relationships, and I had skin in the game, right? So 2 years down the line, I was like, all right, this is really cool. And the thing is, I was only 27, so I could have started again, right? I don't have to say, no, I need to commit now because I'm pushing 30, and at 30 I need to have my life figured out. It's just absolute bullshit, man. People will think that you need to have your life figured out at 30, but I mean, I didn't propose to her for 4 years, 2014 to 2018. And then we didn't get married again for another 3 years. COVID had its say in that, right? But we even set our wedding in 2021 before all of the stuff with COVID happened. And it's funny because we could have got married earlier if we wanted to, but people will always say, oh, did you get married in 2021 because of COVID? And we're like, no, but it was funny how it worked out, because we could have got married earlier, but we set it in 2021 anyway, because we had other shit that we wanted to work on together. And it's what I said earlier when we were in the back of the Uber. It's like, you're building a life together, you're thinking long term, you're not trying to rush into anything. So all of that has told me that she's the woman I wanted to build a life with. And it wasn't a case of the first 2 years being a whirlwind romance and then things fading. It just kept going and kept getting better. And that, to me, was a big sign. It was a big wake-up call, because I've not had that in relationships before. They'd usually phased and disappeared, and my longest one prior to that was 4 years, from the age of 19 to 23. And then I was like on a dating blitz for a while, and like I said, figuring things out. So guys, don't be scared to jump in. Don't think that time is just going to pass you by and you're not going to find the one. You will find the one, it doesn't matter. Everyone's on their different timeline. Some find it sooner, some find it later. But you've got to try. You're either going to try and figure out what you don't want, or you're going to wait and have no idea what you don't want and what you do want in a partner. So you might as well fucking try in the first place. If you're watching this and thinking, well, how do I find this person? Do what I just said. In my opinion, go out, experience life, meet new people, meet new women, figure things out, learn about life, gain experience. And by the time you're 25 to 30, you know, you're in kind of like the peak years, really, for this shit. You're gonna figure it out. Oh, we've got a mate. It will just hit you. It will just hit you. You'll know, you'll have this feeling. There's no rule book here. Everyone's on their same everyone's on their same the same path at the moment in regards to how they think, but you've got to think differently. You've got to have your own trajectory in order to achieve this shit. Don't be like everyone else. Don't try and copy it. Don't try and emulate. Just learn and implement it in your own way. I think that's the best thing.
If you've made it this far, thank you for watching the video. I hope it helped you. You can go to the link in the description and join my free community if you want to learn more about what I do. And remember, the world needs less opinions right now and more examples. So be the example that you want to see in the world.